Hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. I'm Stephanie and this is going to be an unboxing of a holiday gift that I bought for myself. I saw there was a sale on the Sketchbox website before Christmas, and so I bought myself the watercolor set. Now, I'm going to show you in a minute, because this is future me talking. Past me has already done the opening of the box, and I didn't say, "Hi, I'm Stephanie," or any of that stuff. This is Deliberately Creative, any of that stuff. So here we go. We're going to do a Sketchbox unboxing and playing. We're going to do some neurographic and some doodling. So let's get started. Because I couldn't do, any of those secret type gift giving thingies, I told my husband that my employee got me a secret gift for being such a good boss. What can I say? Yeah, I spent some money on getting a gift for myself to be surprised with. Anyway, I went and grabbed a spray bottle and a bowl of water here. This little container is a collapsible by Faber-Castell. My husband got it for me for Christmas. I am going to open up this paper. This watercolor paper is by Hannah Mole. There. That'll make it open, right? Ooh. Ooh, I didn't realize. This is gray. Look at the difference there. Huh. Gray watercolor. Not seen that. Oh, it does say toned watercolor. Silly me. Custom 4x6 pad. 15 sheets. That's nice. And it's 4x6, so that's a nice size also. This was the postcard Joshua Boulet. So that's a lot of fun. I really enjoy urban sketching stuff. I probably should put water inside of my little water brush too. Drink some coffee. Okay, I'm just going to do this way because the water's clean right now. I've not used this brush before. It's first time. I've never used one that didn't have a valve in it. This is going to be interesting. Need to rinse the bristles. And the tip is really tiny. But we'll test it. I'm going to use my spray bottle and just get my paint all wet. This little case just makes me really happy, though. I am excited to take that out because it's small. It's all in one piece. And I'm thinking if I put a piece of white paper on the backside of the lid, paper there, then I'll be able to use that as a place for mixing. I want to swatch these. Okay, the colors are listed. Of course, the colors are listed on the back. I'm going to flip really quick. Ganzi Tambi palette of 12 colors, Japanese paint, can be used as gouache, watered down for watercolor. Oh, cool. I like that because I like a more opaque paint. And do a little bit of swatching. This is a metallic, so I'm glad that I went ahead and sprayed these a minute ago. So it's not a white, it's a metallic. Ooh, pretty. You can't see that, but I can. So let's see. I need to let that dry. Need to drink some more coffee. Well, let's test the pencil. It's just a B. That writes nicely. Let's do a little tone swatch. So that's light pressure. Starting to put a little bit heavier pressure. Heavier pressure. Really getting in there and whacking it down, and that is as hard as it goes. So there's some variation. It's a smudgy pencil. It's one of the things. Pencils are nice because you can smudge them. I like that you can erase on this watercolor paper. So I erase the smudges. Let's see if I can, how far I can erase through the This is a soft putty type eraser, so I'm just erasing through. As expected, you can erase it all off if you don't press hard. Once you press hard, it goes into the papered grain. That's understandable. That's totally reasonable. Let's see, what's this pen? This is a 0.7 millimeter Archer and Olive acrylograph. So, acrylic paint pen. I wonder if I should start a jar with all of the plastic packaging that things get put in this year. Probably be overrun really fast. Okay, so nice size tip. It does have the pump on it, so I'm just, they say, you know, don't pump too many times or too hard. That's got a nice, that's got, it's a little weak. It's just a couple shades lighter than this toned paper, so you can actually see it on the toned paper. It'll work as detail over the top. It's not as dark of a white as my, so I do have my favorite white right here, which is the Uniball Signo. And if you look at that, the Uniball Signo is probably probably 5 shades whiter. You can barely see the Archer and Olive Artograph. It's fading out, so maybe I'll try putting another, see if I put another layer on. No, and it might just be because it's at the beginning of the pen, so let me give it a couple more pumps. But it's fully down in the nib. No, it's way lighter than the Uniball. So this was Uniball. although the Archer and Olive is the finer tip. It's finer than the Uniball tip. This is Archer and Olive. Oh yeah, that is so light. I'm hoping that the blue one's going to be darker. Press and hold. That ink is starting to come down the nib. Oh, that's better. Oh yeah, that's a nice denim-y blue. It's a very scratchy, fibery type of nib. And I'm going to see if it bleeds. I want to put extra load of the ink right here. This is the Archer and Olive. Yeah, it's very scratchy, which can be fun. Make sure you always put the cap back on nice and tight. So let's see here. Right after putting it down, when it's still a little bit wet, it bleeds a little bit. But it seems to be fairly permanent when it's dry. The white isn't moving at all over here. And the Uniball is totally water soluble. So just to let you know, Uniball is totally water soluble. So if you put that down and then go over the top of it, it's going to blur out. It's going to completely obliterate. The Archer and Olive white is not. That's nice to know. Let's see. Yeah, on this edge over here where it's already dry, it's not bleeding. So it only bled when I was really going in when it was still wet. And right here, I put a lot of the paint. It's kind of a purpley blue. That's pretty. And it's only lifting because I put a ton of the pigment right there. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So now this other thing that came in here is this Wisteria Color Sparks. I've never used the Color Sparks type of stuff, any of the powdered pigments. However, I have heard that they are messy. And that could be why I haven't ever chosen to use them. I'm going to close the lid so on my palette here. And let's see. I think I'm going to use my spray bottle. Put some down. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Now that is pretty. And then I'm going to activate. Ooh. Okay, we're going to go to the other camera. And I'm going to put another, just barely tapping. I love this. It has so much variety in the colors. That's way, way more interesting than I thought it was going to be. So now I'm going to spritz. It's watercolor powder, watercolor pigment. That is pretty. You can pick it up, you can move it around with your brush also. say you wanted something a little bit more concentrated, a little more defined. I don't like this little brush just because it's so tiny. Let's see, we've got some of this olive color. Just gonna smoosh some of that in. So this could be wisteria hanging down. It could be butterfly bush or just a wild garden. Oh, so pretty. I want to let this dry. I've also been looking at some stuff called Neurographic Art. I've not seen anybody putting watercolor or something down on the paper first and then doing the neurographic intuitive type art on top of it. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to get my paper wet. This paper does buckle a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. Oh, and that's the reason why I put the paper down, was because this paper protected my desk from getting the little purple dots all over it. I want to go in, I'm going to take some of that let's see, what blue is that? That is the turquoise blue. Take some of the turquoise blue. It's kind of wimpy, but it's real pretty for skies and things like that. I can't use this brush. I'm going to have to get a different brush. This is the number 12 round Mimic Squirrel brush. And then there, I picked up some of the ooh, yeah, see, I picked up some of the Prussian or indigo. Ooh. Just moving it around a little bit. I want to let it dry naturally. I am an impatient painter, so I do tend to use my blow dryer or heat tool to dry, but I'm trying to expand my patience level. Let's see. I've got a lot of water on here and a lot of paint. I just want a little bit more contrast in a couple spots. 1, 2. Maybe a little bit of that dark right over here. All right, we're going to let this dry, and I'm going to get my breakfast and come back and play some more. This has been fun. This is all dry now, and I think I want to just do some doodles and such on here, and I'm just going to do it with the blue, the indigo colored Archer and Olive 0.7. And like I said before, I've been really getting interested in that neurographic art. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw some lines on here, and then I will be rounding out wherever there's a hard corner. So right now this just looks like, you know, a bunch of squiggly lines on a background. That's all it is. I love that you can use this as a time for mindfulness, a time for reflection. The next step, you go in and you round your corners. See how this was an intersection here and these corners that came together? I'm going to go in and round them off. And I do tend to try and make them a little bit different in these intersections. What this is doing is giving us sort of these void spaces, these big dark or small dark areas. And instead of going in with a Sharpie pen, this is that Olive and Archer and Olive 0.7 paint pen. I've been actually doing a lot of these types of drawings on my iPad in my Procreate program. So if you're interested in doing neurographic style drawing on your iPad, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do a video with that. I love being able to incorporate technology and art together. I think that a lot of people have this misconception that if you're using technology to make art, you're cheating. But all it is another tool, you know? So use the tools you have, and there's no such thing as cheating in art. I really like that just the way it is. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. That really makes me happy. I am really, really pleased. I like this pen for doing this. It sort of can give these sort of little splatters and spatters that happen every once in a while. Doing it on top of a watercolor like this, oh, I've got to do a full video. But here is that little wisteria flowers type of thing. Ooh, maybe I'll just use this pen to give me some of the little flower shapes. In some of this heavy area. I think it is fun to get yourself some new supplies that you've never used before, or that you've used a little bit but not very much. Go shop your shelves, find things that you got that then you didn't use. I am really happy. I enjoyed this little fun time, play time, exploration time. I can't put it any other way, but this was so much fun. And yeah, if you want to support my channel, click that like button. Make sure that YouTube knows you like these kinds of videos and you want to watch more of them. Thank you guys. Remember, go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I want to see you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.